Oh shit.
There we go.
Oh fuck, he's now recording.
He sure
He is now recording.
Holy
You're
shit.
live.
There you go. There we fucking go.
We're live.
We are live. We're doing it.
Damn. Okay.
Guys, we did it.
Good for you. Finally glad we got that fucking figured out.
Alright. Hello everybody, welcome back to MVVC Podcasts. This is Brock live with Nicole and Devon, our special guests for today. Nicole's breathing heavily into her mic because she doesn't know how to fix it.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, I'm sure our listeners will love to listen to that.
Listen to what?
Nicole's heavy breathing.
Oh yeah, I can. Yeah, you should
shit.
turn on your noise suppression so that it doesn't.
It's on.
So
Is it?
doesn't
Well, then
on.
I don't know what you're doing.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. Maybe my mic is just too good.
Move your mic like 3 inches away from your nostrils.
It's not even near them. It's not even near them.
They have the wind power of a turbine engine.
Sorry.
You power a whole city with those bad boys.
My fucking bad.
You have noise suppression on, but you can hear that? That doesn't even make sense.
What? Yeah, I have fucking
You need a
whole thing
compressor.
voice activity, mic test.
So anyway, let's get into a topic. What do you guys want to talk about?
I don't know. I mean, I have like I guess a little short story that happened to me today, right?
Ooh,
Please,
okay.
by all means, go into it.
It's nothing revolutionary, but I went to McDonald's for my lunch break today, just making that standard quick McDonald's trip, and they tell me to pull into the blue space. I order my food, all that good stuff, and then this like little teenage kid comes out and hands me my food, but he hands me like 2 bags of food, and I didn't order that much food, right? Like it's just my lunch break, so like I'm not trying to go full on fat.
You're not
ass.
trying to be a fucking fat ass.
Yeah, so I was like, what the hell? Like I look at mine, and mine was there, and then I look at this other bag, and it's the people who are parked next to me in the other space, and like I looked over at them, and they looked over at the food, and there was a small like 15-second window of like a mental dilemma where I was like, well, now I just got 2 things of food, and like they can probably just get their other food, a little bit later. But then I was like, you know what? Yeah, exactly. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be a nice person. So I got out of my car, took their food, and like just like crept over to their window all weird. And I didn't knock on their window because I was like, well, I don't want to like freak them out. So I just kind of like waved all awkwardly, and I was like, hey, sorry guys, but I'm pretty sure this dude gave me, the wrong food. And the dude in the car was like, oh, yeah, let me see that, and looked at it, and he was like, oh yeah, that's our food. And I was like, I didn't open it, I didn't look in there or anything or touch anything, like I just take it, get it away from me.
You kind of fucked up though.
No, man,
it
gave me good karma, all right, and I got out of work real quick and easy tonight. Like it was a good day. So
that actually reminds me of a very recent trip I had to the bank, because the bank fucked me over out of like $800. So like I went up to the bank's ATM and I went to go withdraw my money to pay rent, and so I wasn't really paying attention, and I withdrew my money, and I didn't think. Normally it'll tell me if it withdrew the money, so like if you don't take the money, it'll put it back into the ATM. But I wasn't really paying attention because I was so heated. So like I thought I withdrew the money and I just didn't grab it. So I was so fucking pissed off. I've told this story in person, but I never told it on a podcast. But I was so fucking heated. I'm surprised I didn't get arrested, because like I went into that bank raising hell. Like I was about to rob the fucking bank. Like I was yelling at people. I was fucking screaming. Like I was so fucking angry because I just withdrew so much money. And then at the end of it, I got charged twice. So I got charged $800. So I got charged a fuck ton of money for money I didn't even get. So what happened was I went into the ATM. I pulled out how much I needed, but the ATM never gave it to me. So I pulled out because there was a line starting to form behind me, and so I just pulled into a stall. And there, like, I fucking crept up to the guy at the ATM, and I was knocking on his car. And I was like, "Hey, so was there money in this ATM?" And he goes, "No, it just gave me the money that I withdrew, the money that I needed." And I was like, "Are you sure?" And I was just staring at this fucking guy at the ATM, like I was about to rob this fucking guy because I was so fucking
Poor
angry.
dude's like some fucking crackhead tried to rob me at the ATM today.
Well, no, I was really, really well dressed, so like I was like,
Oh, okay.
I was like, listen, like, bro, was there like $800 at this fucking ATM? And he was like, oh no, it just gave me the money. So I fucking pulled around and I pulled into a spot, and this guy fucking pulled out, and he was just sitting in the parking lot for a second. So I was like, this fucking guy definitely took the money that was sitting at the ATM and is just sitting there with it. So I was like, okay, so here are my two options. I can sit there and like contemplate what to do and like go inside and talk to the people inside, or I can go up there and like harass this man for money. so so I was like, I could go up to this dude's car and be like, yo, so I know that this ATM deposited my money and like you have it, so give me my fucking money. Or I can go inside and be like, yo, so your ATM didn't give me money. Thankfully, I made the right decision to go inside and talk to these people because the ATM definitely did not dispense my money. Nicole, I'm really glad that you can heavily breathe over this story.
I'm sorry, I'm kind of
It's that
fucking pissed.
intimidating.
So I'm trying to play Fall Guys right now. But it's saying that you need an Epic Games account to continue. And I'm pretty sure I already have an account with them. Or I just have I bought the fucking game on fucking Steam. So I'm very confused why it's telling me to sign in for this fucking
Did you
shit.
contact their support team?
You know what? I should do that, shouldn't I?
Contact their support team.
Yeah, contact their support team.
Well, I'm trying to fucking play Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, and it's just being like, "Ooh, okay, fucking sign
In the middle of the show,
in."
Nicole, you're trying to
Does that
play
require
games?
you to breathe heavily into your microphone? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
She's that angry about it. Nicole, I'm gonna have to go back in editing, and I'm gonna have to dampen your fucking breathing. I hope you're ready for that. I'm gonna tag you in the post too when I post this. I'm gonna be like, Nicole's heavy breathing.
That'll be your podcast title, is just heavy breathing, you know?
Heavy
I'm
breathing.
so fucking mad about Fall Guys not fucking working because all I want to do is fucking play Fall Guys right now. That's so fucked up. That's fake. That's
Well,
so
all I want to do is
fake.
play Max Payne, but you know what? We got a show to do here, Nicole.
Okay, so let's play Phasma.
Well, that's not how this works, Nicole.
Yeah, it's a podcast, bro. We're
It
here to
records
talk.
audio. It does
Yeah.
not record gameplay.
Yeah.
Is this your first rodeo?
Yeah, we can do it while we play Phasma. Time.
What are we going to talk about? Hard hitting topics while hunting ghosts?
Absolutely. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but yeah, absolutely. I'm
So
always down.
Joe Biden's recent discoveries. Oh my god, there's a hunting man in the corner.
Absolutely, I'll fucking talk about that while hunting ghosts. I don't care.
Oh, I absolutely know you will, Nicole.
Yep.
You. Never mind. It's not worth creating a fuss over.
Let's go, bitches.
So fucking try me.
Try me. Fucking let's go. I'll fucking talk about anything and anything. I fucking don't fucking care.
So Nicole, do you have any embarrassing masturbatory tales?
I don't know. Like what? Like what do you want to know?
Your masturbatory tales. Do you have anything embarrassing you want to share with the class?
What is that?
Like masturbation.
No, actually, I don't.
Fucking sad, depressing.
I know it's kind of actually really sad. I've gotten really lucky. So.
Oh man, I got so many I could share.
I don't know, honestly, what's more concerning, the fact that you have multiple that are good, or the fact that you have any at all to begin with, besides
Me
one.
or Nicole?
Yeah, no, you, Brock.
Me?
Yeah, what do you
Dude,
mean? You just out here just with your dicks fucking swanging, just like, you know what? The family left for 5 minutes, better wank one out.
Go.
No, okay, so like I got really in my younger days, like when I first discovered what that was, like I actually had really like embarrassing tales. Like I had this giant inflatable football. I've been dying to
tell the story.
I've been dying to like tell this on the official podcast, but like
Oh fuck.
if I ever get invited on there, like this is the story I would tell. So like I had this giant inflatable football, right? And it had this little port on it that looked like a vagina. And like, dude, I was so fucking horny. I would fuck anything. I would fuck the walls if it looked at me the wrong way. Like, dude, I fucked a pair of pants. I fucked a football. Like, dude, I was so bad when I was a kid. So, like,
hold on. What did you just?
I was bad, man. My hormones were out of control. Which part do you want to know about that?
I don't specifically want to know about any of that, honestly.
It's so
because what part of you thought, man, that brown pigskin, that's looking real fuckable right now? Like, was it like the end that kind of looks like a butthole, and you were like, bet I could stick my dick in there?
Well, it wasn't exactly like a regular football. It was a giant inflatable football, like an actual giant. Devin, do you remember when you would come over as kids? I'm glad you never like touched that football if you were, because like, dude, there was like I had a humongous inflatable football, and one part you would rip apart the Velcro, and that's part of the story. It was Velcro.
That's the glory hole.
And like that's where you would like blow it up from.
This
but
is
like
where the magic happens.
Yeah, you would tear apart the Velcro, and if you ripped it apart, like it would look like a vagina. So I was like, I got it in my head one day. I was like, all right, so that looks like a vagina. I can put my dick in there, and it would feel good. But it was really like beating. It was really like beating my dick with sandpaper, because at the end of the day, my shit was so fucked up and it hurt so fucking bad, but I thought it felt so good at the time that like, I never like finished or anything.
God.
But dude, it like dude, it was so bad. I thought it would feel so good, but dude, I put my dick in there and like, dude, it was literally like putting my dick through a cheese grater.
Oh no.
That's terrible.
It was so bad. Like, dude, I woke up the next morning and my groin hurt so fucking bad. I looked down and I had scabs and shit. I was like, I'm never doing that again, dude.
That sounds like a really low-end saw trap.
It does. It really does.
You're so horny. You have 10 minutes to fuck this football or you will die.
That's you, Brock.
Turns out I would die. Or I would live no penis for the rest of my life because I fucked the football.
It's okay, you'd win.
No, I didn't win.
You did it, though.
Yeah, I fucked the football, but I didn't win. I didn't get my nut.
No, that's not what the game was.
I just ripped my dick apart.
That's not what you said what the game was. The game was you just did it. And you did it. You fucking did it. Oh, that was funny.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. I'm glad it's funny for you guys. It was traumatizing for me.
Sorry, dude. I feel so bad. I don't got anything. I got nothing.
Devin, what about you, man?
Nah, dude. I mean, like, I've been caught once, but that was literally like it.
Oh, I didn't even fucking explain that. So in the midst of fucking this football, I was like, dude, in the midst of fucking this football, like I'm balls deep in this fucking football. My sister decides to kick open my door, and it's just like,
what sister was this?
It was. I'm gonna have to go back and bleep that out, but yeah, it was. She kicked open my fucking door and was like, "Oh yeah, so do you have this and this?" And I was like, balls deep in this football, and I was like, "No." I'm pretty sure she knew because my ass was hanging out of my shorts. So like, she just immediately left my room.
as that was probably the better choice to spare herself
She's
from
probably
that.
traumatized for life.
Yeah, you know what? You know what? That's probably why we're so close nowadays. She used to play magic tricks on me when I was a kid, and you know what? She caught me masturbating. There we go. That's why we're best of friends.
Jesus.
She's trying to get back at you. She's trying to create a magic.
Definitely. You know what? If I ever told those stories too, we would definitely be even. Those stories are so embarrassing.
One day you will be able to.
If I've been trying to get her on the show, but she doesn't want to be on it for whatever reason.
I mean, whatever. That's fine. I still love this.
My dad wants to listen to the podcast, and I fucking told him not to.
I'm like, nah.
He was like, "Oh, what's the link to your podcast? I'll tell it to my friends." And I was like, "Dad, you don't want to listen to the podcast." Like, it's not good. We just talk about drugs and partying and sex and masturbation and all this other shit. Like, your friends are not going to be into it.
Really don't want to listen to this, Dad. Sorry.
Oh my god. Nicole, we actually did talk about the we talked about the one party where you made the Jello shots, and we all got sick.
Oh shit!
Dude.
Honestly, I don't even remember that.
Well, Nicole, you got so sick you were puking pretty colors.
Oh man, when you
oh shit!
Honor BONNER.
That was that night. It
was that night?
It was that night, and we had like 30 people come over, and that was the night that everybody drew in my garage with cigarette butts.
Damn.
Drawing different pictures on my fucking wall like it was a mural.
I took a shower.
You did? Yes, you were covered in puke and puked all over the place. He was still known as Puke Kid.
Yeah, I fucking puked. I was like, yep, nope. I guess I just did that a little too much.
That was the night that that Chris came over, and he was like, "Oh, you know how you play beer pong? You fill it with beer and rum chata and all different kinds of liquors, and then whenever you make a cup, you have to drink it all." And then everybody got sick.
Whoever told him to do that,
he's a liar.
He is a liar. That was terrible.
That was
like
so
not
bad.
only that, but like you're throwing these balls around in your garage, right? And there's all kinds of nastiness on your garage.
Cigarette ash and
exactly.
Fucking
like who wants
footprints.
to just like
drink that? Who wants to drink it?
Exactly. Like what the fuck?
Ew. That's disgusting. That's absolutely.
This is probably like,
disgusting.
The alcohol, burns all the bacteria.
It's fucking fake for that. Whoever told to do that's fucking fake.
No, it wasn't. It was.
No, it was.
Was it?
It was. Yeah, he was the one who convinced us to put Corona and limes and rum chata all together in cups, and whoever makes it, you got to drink that.
Dude.
That's why we all got sick.
Honestly, where is? He said he was going to be back on, but he's not. Whatever.
Well, we're also in a whole different server.
Yeah, it's fine. He just hasn't texted us to say that he was on, so that's just fake.
I'm sure he's probably getting food and beating it right now as we talk. He's got to get that pregame nut. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe. Whatever.
Anyway, sports. You guys like sports?
Yeah, I like hockey.
Oh, that's gay.
Okay, well.
That's gay.
We're actually not allowed to use that term now because it's against LGBTQ plus
that's
Niner.
That's whack. Yeah, sorry, I like hockey. Sorry, friends. I like hockey.
Gay. I don't even care. That's gay.
Okay, well, it's not. It's one of the most contact sports of all time.
Football.
Not as much contact as hockey.
What?
I mean, rugby, yeah, but rugby isn't even a United States sport.
No, it's not a United States sport. Hockey is a fucking European sport, too.
Yeah, hockey is from Canada, my guy.
Yes, but I'm talking, like, in our state, in the United States, it's a Canadian and a U.S. sport. The only time we ever go against the Canadians is during the Olympics.
Those fucking Canadians. But no, I don't like hockey.
Yeah, but other than that, it is out of rugby and stuff. It is one of the most contact sports. So I like hockey. I love hockey. I fucking follow hockey. Blackhawks because I
What's so
love.
great about hockey?
I don't know. I think I just grew up with it with my dad. My
Not
dad.
hating on anybody who likes hockey, by the way. I don't see the appeal. That's just me.
I think I just grew up with it. I grew up with my dad loving hockey. My dad loves the Blackhawks. I love the Blackhawks. I saw them for like my 19th birthday or 20th birthday. I don't remember. I think it was my 19th birthday.
My parents were actually really big into hockey. They used to go to the Blackhawks games.
Yeah, like I love the Blackhawks. Like I love the Blackhawks. Like when I worked at Goodwill, I had my best friend Christy at the time. Her mother is deaf, right? And I saw that we came out with a Sharp jersey, and Sharp just so happens to be my favorite character. Like my whole not character, I guess, but my favorite player.
I was like, what?
In the fucking Blackhawks. Patrick Sharp is my fucking favorite player, right? So we ended up. He is pretty sharp. But we ended up coming out with a jersey, like at Goodwill when I worked there. So I texted Chrissy's mom and I was like, "Hey, we have a Patrick Sharp jersey coming out. Like, can you come here and can you grab it with me?" So what she fucking did was it came out on the fucking rack and some lady fucking grabbed it. And so Chrissy's mother fucking took it from that fucking cart that was just sitting there because it was just sitting there, you know?
Wait, are you talking about like McChesney Park?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Please bleep this out.
Okay, yeah. I'll bleep out the name, but for the rest of the story, yeah.
Yeah. So, her mother ended up taking it from this cart. And the lady came up to her and was like, "Hey, you took my fucking jersey," kind of shit. And so her mother played the deaf card and was like, "What? Like, I don't know what you're saying. Like, I'm deaf." Kind of fucking card. Swear to God. So she ended up getting the jersey for me. But yeah, in the midst of it, her mother played the fucking deaf card for me. It was like,
Lord.
I mean, her mom is deaf. She has the hearing aids. She has like hearing aids and stuff. But like,
I'm gonna have to bleep this. I have a feeling this whole last part is gonna be just one long bleep.
Yeah, but like she has like a whole.
Not gonna know if she ever listens to this.
Yeah, but she has like a whole like she can understand, like she can lip read kind of thing, but like, you know, she can hear when she has her hearing aids in most of the time. But yeah, she fucking took that Sharp jersey for me, and then that day I went home with and her mother gave me the jersey, and I was like, hell fucking yeah. And I still have that jersey to this fucking day in my fucking closet. It's been like 6 years.
Wait, so you totally like fucking snaked that jersey?
Hell yeah, I did. Well, mom did. Her mother snaked that jersey. Her mother is the one that pretended to be fucking, like, to be completely deaf and pretend that she couldn't understand anything.
Oh my God. You know, that actually reminds me, like, talking about kind of work experiences, because that brings me back to Goodwill. I don't know if you guys listen to the podcast about work life, but I told a story about when I trained and fucking good Lord, Nicole, easy with the fucking name drops with the doxing people. I'm gonna have to bleep all this shit out, man.
Sorry.
More work for me. But yeah, when I trained him, I told a story about when I trained him and he threatened to call the cops on somebody.
Oh, but, yeah. What was it? When the night that he like did.
When I left him in charge of donations during closing, and he was like, "If you don't fucking put that shit back in your car, I'm authorized to call the police."
I mean, you legally you are. It literally says on the sign.
He fucking yelled at me for it. Good Lord, here I am doxing more people. Good Christ,
I don't care. Fucking.
Don't, Nicole. I gotta bleep that out.
I don't care.
Nicole, that's more work for me.
Okay.
So don't do that.
Just let it be.
No, I can't do that, Nicole. Legally, I cannot do that.
Okay, so just bleep out the last name.
I guess I can do that. But anyway, that leads me to my next segment. Like, so I told my crazy, well, I guess not my craziest story, but like I told a pretty crazy story from post work experiences. What's your guys' most crazy work experiences? Like from previous jobs?
Learning that all management fuck each other.
Okay, well, I mean,
that's pretty true.
You're gonna have to tell a story about that now, Nicole.
Please I
literally details.
Okay, so I literally, like, obviously, and cool.
Okay, well, I gotta bleep that out, but
okay, sorry. Or C and K.
Okay.
Like, that was fucked up because I literally walked onto that shit.
Was it hot, at least?
No. It was just so weird because it was like, she's a manager, and then she's all like, I'm a fucking DA. And I was like, yeah, and I was like, okay, so like it was time to go. Like we were at our house and we were partying and stuff, blah blah blah.
Oh, those days were the best.
Yeah, those days were the best.
And then fucking I was like, okay, like it's time to go, blah 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 blah. So I went into the fucking car. And I sat there and C like wasn't coming out. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever. It's been 10 minutes. Like I don't get it. So then about 15 minutes around, I was like, okay, what the fuck is going on? So I like went into the fucking house and they're just fucking butt ass fucking naked on the fucking couch. C and K were fucking just fucking, and I was like, okay.
Oh my god, you know what? I don't even blame C, man. That fucking K's ass was.
I mean, yes, I get it. I understand. I get it, but at the same time. But at the same fucking time, like it's.
I mean, that's the merchandise. That's merchandise and management that we're talking.
Yeah, and I'm like, so I look at him and I'm like, sorry, yeah, bleep that out.
I'll bleep it out.
Okay, see, like let's fucking go.
You know what? Don't even. Worry about name dropping.
I'm gonna try to help you out, so it's okay.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
He was,
you know what? You guys
me home.
Go ahead.
He was taking me home.
You know, at that point, I would have walked. I'd be like, you know what? You catch me on the flip side, homie. I'll be down the street.
No, that was too far to fucking walk. So yeah, that happened, and I was like, okay, cool.
Wait, where were you staying, Nicole? Name the explicit address.
Don't do that.
My apartment.
I know exactly which one you're talking about.
Yeah, I was there at that time. I was just like, dude, come on. Like, I want to go home.
That wasn't that far. I mean, it was far, but it wasn't that.
I was like, I don't know, man. That's pretty far.
Brock, I just want you to know, have I ever walked home to my apartment?
No, Nicole, you're way too sir to walk home.
Exactly. So no, I never walked home. But yeah, that happened, and I was like, dude, what the fuck? Like, whatever, like, get your fucking nut in, but, like, text me and let me know that you're getting your nut in. Like, just
text me when you're done. Just let me know. I'll be out here waiting.
Yeah, like, that's all you have to do. Just let me know, and I'm fucking chilling. I'm fucking cool, dude. I'm not interrupting. I don't want to intrude or anything, but, like, let me know. And he didn't, and I was like, fuck. So I walked in onto that. So
that's fine. That's not at. Well, that's pretty bad. That's actually pretty bad. I don't know if you fucking heard the story about Elijah's fucking his experience fucking family video about a dude fucking DVDs. Dude, shit was totally fucked. That dude rented $100 worth of porn and fucking fucked the DVDs.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god!
Broke him over his stick.
Jesus,
that shit was so fucked.
We called him the Iron Penis. You know how much strength that penis has to have to break 400 DVDs in half?
I I never heard fucking a story like that before in my life, but oh my god. That shit was fucking stupid. Anyway, though, Devin, I'm really curious. What's the worst experience at work that you've ever had, though? Like, because you've never really talked about your work life before, at least to me. I don't really know too much about your work life.
Well, I mean, only so much can really happen in like a Home Depot or a Target. So I don't know. I never really saw like a whole bunch of super crazy stuff. Most of the crazy stuff I saw was when I was
Even if it's
lifeguarding.
customer related, you know.
Man, I don't know. I mean, the craziest thing I think I've seen was a man bringing a butcher knife into Magic Waters when I was a lifeguard.
Jeez, for
And
why?
yeah, because he was cutting a watermelon.
What
So
the fuck is he cutting a watermelon? All right, yeah, go ahead with this story. I'm definitely curious, man.
I mean, it was just like,
He's
I'm just
cutting a
doing my
water.
thing, looking around, watching, my area, just, doing my thing, vibing. And then all of a sudden I look over and this man has a whole butcher knife and he's cutting this watermelon to pieces. And like, I'm just like, I don't think that's allowed. So somebody reported him. It wasn't even me, but like all of a sudden, like all of the security team for Magic Waters just like sprints over there because you're not supposed to have any kind of weapons or
Oh yeah.
knives or anything in like a family water park. So like they're all like freaking out on this dude, and he's just like, I just wanted to cut up some watermelon for my family. And we're like, dude, yeah, you can't do that. So, like literally their whole family got kicked out, and
No
it was a whole
way.
thing because
Damn.
like the dude was trying to fight with some of the security guards at the entrance or whatever, I guess.
So was this like a big guy, like a big strapping fucking guy, or was it like a 5 foot like three thinks he's big kind of man,
No,
or
I
is it
mean he
like
was.
an actual like 6'4" massive monster
No,
that you had
he
to deal
was
with?
he was the man that looks like he shoved Big Macs like, down his throat at a speed that is almost, impossible to a human. But like this was a large man, you know what I mean? Like I imagine when he walks on like concrete and stuff like that, it actually puts stress on, the
On a
concrete. Like
fucking
if,
guy.
if he took a really hard step, like he would probably break it.
Jesus Christ. So did you guys have to like assemble a team to like attack this guy?
Oh, well, no. I mean, like, Magic Waters has like its own security team and stuff like that. So as soon as they heard that that was what's going on, the boys on the Segways segued their way over there and
No way.
asserted their dominance via Segway.
The Segway team. I love that they all roll out of their out of their station. Are you okay over there, Nicole? I'm hearing a lot of noise.
She's
All right, good talk.
yeah, she's probably just moving around or doing
No,
something.
sorry. So Daphne decided to wake up at the same time that she does every night.
Oh
And
no.
Tristan decided to blame me and say that I'm too loud. So
What do you
It's
mean?
probably the
You
breathing.
well, I mean, just fucking say it, Devin.
He's like, Jesus Christ, who turned on a fan in here?
yeah,
Stop breathing so loud.
basically. Yeah, so he's all pissed off at me now because apparently I'm too loud. And Daphne woke up. So
But you're not even being that. All right, well, that's we don't have to get into that. Yeah.
yeah, it's whatever. It's fine. You know what? I don't fucking care, dude.
So
I
I'm
wasn't
all
even
out of.
being loud. So
No, I don't think you were being that loud at all.
no,
That's
she just literally wakes up at the same time every single fucking night, and he doesn't get that because he's not up with her. So whatever.
So you guys, one of you guys come up with a topic. We got about 25 minutes left on this bad boy. One of you guys come up with a topic.
I
I don't
have
know.
to
I
go
was
to
gonna.
bed, so
Oh,
I
okay.
have to.
Oh my god, one at a
Well, I feel
time.
like
Jesus
you
Christ.
can figure it out, for the next
Sorry.
25 minutes, Super Chief.
Flip a coin.
I have I have to go to bed
Oh,
because I am being too fucking loud, apparently.
Oh my god, Nicole, we're not even at the end of this bad boy.
That's all right, Brock. We'll do something for the next 25 minutes. I got you, buddy.
I can't.
All right, yeah.
I'm not fucking gonna deal with the fucking argument tomorrow. So.
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have
The
to edit
married
all
life.
of this out.
I don't fucking care if you put it in.
Oh my god. All right, you said so.
Literally, I don't fucking care, dude. Because it's so fucking
consent.
annoying.
I have consent.
It's fucking annoying. He can fucking sit and play games with his friends until literally the minute that the girls fucking go to bed. But God fucking forbid I fucking whatever. It's fine.
But that's not fair. You're in the middle of a show.
Yeah, I know.
An actual show. Nicole, think about it like being on Jimmy Kimmel right now.
Okay. You know what? Fine. I'll shut my door.
Yes. I've convinced her.
Brock with the power of persuasion.
I am Joseph Seed.
Level 100.
No, because that's so fucking annoying. Because if I'm just sitting there watching a TV show, it's fine. It's literally fine because he's sitting there playing his games. But the minute that I fucking decide to get on and I'm on for a little bit, that he's all like, "Oh, I'm going to bed," and then our kids wake up and he's like, "You're being too loud."
That's not fair.
Is that like
you're on with the boys?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I just feel like that's not fair. Like, shut my fucking door. Stop leaving the fucking door open. If you don't want to listen to it, if you don't want to fucking listen to me, be on fucking Discord.
On the podcast. Go to the boys.
Literally.
Marriage problems.
Like, we literally have a guest room. Like, go to it.
All right, Devin, go ahead with your topics. Nicole, get in on this. I'm forbidding you from leaving.
I'm so fucking annoyed right now.
No, I'm forbidding you from leaving, Nicole. You're gonna get in on this topic. You're gonna have a great time. I'm commanding it right now.
I'm just so fucking annoyed right now.
Oh no, it's totally fine. I totally get it, Nicole. It's over. If you want to leave, it's totally okay.
Yeah, I mean, you're good.
Yeah, I know. It's just, I'm just annoyed. I'm just so fucking annoyed.
As much as I don't want you to go, if you have to, it's totally okay.
He's not in the room anymore, so I don't fucking care.
All right. So anyway, back to you, Devin. What were the topics that you had, bro? You had 25 minutes worth of content. Let's get it out there.
I mean, I wasn't really anything, but like I'm enjoying the little games that we're playing together. Like I really like that Pulsar game that we're playing.
I love that game. I love being a little scientist.
Pulsar is actually a really good game. For those of you listening, actually go check that out on Steam.
Pulsar Lost Colony. I don't know if I assume you guys haven't, but like I played Star Trek Bridge Crew when I was a little bit younger. And it's basically like a carbon copy of that almost. But you got all your little, like a brief little description about it, but you got like it's I think a 5-person game, like up to 5 people can play in a lobby at the same time. So you got you got your captain, you got your pilot, you got your science officer, your weapons officer, your engineer. But you basically just control this ship that flies around and in space, and like you can explore all these different kinds of little not space stations. I can't think of the word right now, but all these little areas on this big ass map, and like these crazy ship battles, or like board enemy ships, or explore aliens and stuff. Oh no, well there are space stations, of course. But yeah, I've been enjoying playing that a lot.
What about you, Nicole? What kind of games have you been playing that you really enjoy? Because I can definitely get in on this topic.
I've been playing games by myself because no one is on, or anyone that is on wants to play any games that I want to play.
Well, this is the depression corner, Nicole.
Yeah, honestly. I don't know,
Cause
Nicole. You don't play like Halo Infinite or whatever.
Well,
That's what
I
you've been
what
don't.
playing.
about your waifu game that you were playing, the hentai one?
Oh, my bestie
And
Biz.
Yeah. I mean
Yeah,
that goes
absolutely,
into
that's
play.
fun.
You know,
That's a
plug
fun
that shit.
game. I played that game. I play Pulsar. I play Half Dead 2.
But of all of those though, which one would you say is like the ultimate favorite that you've been
Like
playing?
currently,
Yeah, that you like
definitely
whenever you
Pulsar.
like that.
Heck yeah.
Well, the
It's
one that I was gonna
definitely
say, is that the one that you play with the most with friends, or because I was
yeah.
gonna say like the one that you like whenever you log on that you like just immediately want to go to is like even
House
if
Flipper.
nobody's on that you just
House
house
Flipper.
flipper.
House
Okay,
Flipper.
Yes,
all right,
absolutely House Flipper.
all right.
I'm super big into House Flipper. I and then friends are on. Then I'll play Pulsar. Me and you play Raft.
Raft is a really good fucking game.
It is so fucking good.
We actually just got new progress in Raft.
We did.
Oh, did you guys play like super recently?
We
We
did,
did,
yeah.
yeah,
We
we
got
did.
to the
Nice.
final level, yeah.
That's what's up.
Definitely Pulsar. That's probably like my top like friend game right now, besides like Phasma.
Well,
It's a good
Pulsar
go
is
ahead
super
and
fun.
I'll go
I'm
ahead
just
and
glad I got everybody into it with,
It is
you know,
Pulsar?
coming in hot with the dude, I found that game.
I actually really do enjoy that game. I like being the weapons specialist in that game. I
It's
enjoy
cool.
I enjoy going back to the weapons bay and just being in charge of attacking everybody. That shit feels
Well,
really
yeah.
good.
I guess you haven't played in like a little bit, Brock, but we ended up upgrading like all the weapons and stuff even more, and like our
Yeah.
ship in
Oh,
general and stuff more.
sweet nipples of Poseidon.
So like I upgraded your main cannon and then like a couple of the other ones. Like you have this like focus laser cannon or something like that now, and it just like annihilates ships. It's so
Oh,
cool.
It is
oh,
super fucking cool.
sweet. Because I'm actually really fucking good with that laser.
Dude, it's so
Really
fucking
good with it. I'm very lethal. Those fucking tracking rockets are really good too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Give
that's a
me
really fun game.
No,
one hot second. I'm gonna go grab a drink.
yeah,
I know I'm in the middle of a show, but you know what? It's fine.
I'm going to bed once you get back
No,
because
Nicole, you're not allowed.
no, I literally have to go to bed, Brock.
Oh,
I have to go to
Wait,
bed.
Nicole, don't
No,
do
Brock.
it. We're
I
almost
have
done.
no, I have to go to bed. Like I need to go to sleep, dude. I've been up since fucking 2 a.m. your time. Like I have to go to bed. I'm so tired. I cannot do this anymore.
I don't want to hear it next time when I decide to go to bed early.
That's fine. And that's fine when you have to wake up at fucking 2 a.m. your time to fucking do something at 3 a.m. just to go back to bed at fucking 6 a.m. just to be up at 6:30 a.m. I'll get it. I'll fucking get it, dude. But I have to go to bed. I'm so fucking tired.
Okay. All right.
I'm so
All right. Well, everybody, that was Nicole. Nicole, do you have anything you want to plug before you leave the podcast?
Yeah. Free Britney. Fuck the police.
My God,
oh,
Nicole,
okay.
Jesus
She
Christ!
said, I'm gonna go
Oh
straight
my
for the political.
God, Nicole.
God, dude.
I'm sorry.
I'm not
Britney's
affiliated
free.
with her.
I mean, Britney's free now.
Yeah, so that
Free
was
Britney. Fuck the
necessary.
police.
Fuck the
Jesus
police still.
Christ.
Fuck the fucking police. I love firefighters.
I'm
Mwah.
gonna
Do
have to
your job.
fucking edit all of this shit out,
Okay.
Nicole. Plug a game or
God.
something that you want to play. Good
Nicole,
God.
go. Excuse yourself. Leave.
Jesus Christ.
Be
That's all I
gone.
got.
I love you, Nicole. Have a good
Love
night.
you.
Have a good
Good
night's
night.
sleep.
See you later,
I
Super Chief.
try. Goodbye, friends. See you tomorrow, probably, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, if you want, we can record an. All right. Well, she
Oh.
already left. Jesus Christ. Well, what I was gonna say to plug my fucking corner of this segment is a game that I've been really into lately, which Devin, I would actually love to talk to you about. Is the Far Cry series.
Oh
I've
yeah,
been
man.
really big into Far Cry lately, like Far Cry 5, Far Cry New Dawn, and then Far Cry 6. Dude, I was talking to James about this earlier. Far Cry 5, I beat Far Cry 5, and then I beat Far Cry New Dawn right after that. Far Cry New Dawn, I know you said that New Dawn is just a Ubisoft cash grab, which I totally agree with, because it's not that good. But the story behind New Dawn is really, really, really good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't really know much about the story. I just knew that, like, it was literally, like, they came out with, 5, and then they said, "Well, here's 5.5."
Yeah.
I was like,
Dude,
"Okay."
it was totally a fucking cash grab. Like, when I first saw it, too, I thought the same thing. Like, oh, it should have definitely been a DLC.
It
Because,
should have
dude,
been, yeah.
I beat that game in 3 days. Like, that, it was so short. It was not worth $60 to pay. It was
Oh,
not
it
worth
was
paying
$60? Oh,
Yeah, it
absolutely.
was
I would never would have paid $60 for that.
exactly. It was a full game. It was a full game release at full price. It was $60, and I don't even think there was any DLC to go with it or anything like that. Other than like maybe a prepaid version where you'd get like some skins and some extra guns or vehicles and stuff like that. Ubisoft has the Ubisoft Club, so you like if you are signed into that, you get like a couple extra vehicles and like some guns and skins and stuff like that. But like other than that, dude, it's not worth the $60 game. When I got New Dawn, it was on sale for $9. So I bought that and I decided I wanted to play it because I had just beat Far Cry 5. And dude, I fell in love with the Far Cry 5 story so fucking hard. I played Far Cry 3, I played Far Cry 2, but I never played Far Cry 4. And then I like skipped over Far Cry 4 and I played Far Cry 5. And dude, I fell in love with the Far Cry 5 story. What they did with the non-speaking character actually like worked because it didn't really revolve around it never really revolved around the protagonist. It revolved around everybody who was like around the protagonist, like Sheriff Whitehorse and the deputies and all that kind of stuff.
It's true.
And
Yeah.
so like the main character doesn't speak. He really doesn't do anything. He rescues everybody, but everybody talks to the protagonist, but he doesn't reciprocate. And actually, what I thought was really cool about New Dawn was that the rookie from the person that you play in Far Cry 5 actually plays a role in New Dawn. He's actually Joseph Seed's second-hand man. And you're actually able to recruit him as like a companion.
Oh,
And
okay.
he's able to like fight along your side, which I thought was really cool. And like they explain that in the story. And you get to in New Dawn, what I thought was really cool is you get to see what happens to Joseph Seed. So what happens in New Dawn is that it's 15 years into the future. Because if you played Far Cry 5,
Rock, you and I both played Far Cry 5. Literally, we played the whole thing.
No, I know. I'm talking to our listeners out there.
Oh, I got you.
But if to anybody who played Far Cry 5, they know that, spoiler alert, that the bombs dropped at the very end if you got the good ending. Well, actually, I don't know, because, well, yeah, that would be the good ending if the bombs dropped, surprisingly enough. And, so the bombs dropped, and you go back to Dutch's bunker, which, in order to discover Joseph Seed, you have to go back to Dutch's bunker, which I think was so fucking cool, because Joseph wrote a diary which you get to read through, and he talks about killing the Rook and then how he recruits the Rook and how he convinces the Rook to like fight for him and all this other stuff, which like in Far Cry 5 he was so against, and like he fought against Joseph Seed and all this other stuff, and then he ends up working for Joseph Seed. I thought was so fucking cool. And then like the lore, you discover Joseph Seed, and then when you bring him back to New Eden, like he tells you about the Rook, and then like explains like why he doesn't talk and all this other stuff, and then you get to hire him for a companion. He gets to work beside you. Like the person you played as in Far Cry 5 works with you in Far Cry New Dawn. Like, I thought that was so
that's
fucking
pretty
cool.
cool.
I thought that was so fucking cool. And then the story, like, dude, actually, pretty high fucking key. The ending to New Dawn was so fucking sad. It was really sad. What happens to Joseph Seed? It's surprising how they can make him the main antagonist in Far Cry 5 and then actually make him like the protagonist in Far Cry New Dawn, that you actually fucking feel bad for him.
Yeah.
That's
nice though. That's a good character arc.
It really is, dude. The ending, I don't know if you ever plan on playing it. To my listeners out there, I don't know if you guys ever plan on playing it. Devin, if you want me to spoil it, I will.
Yeah,
Spoiler warning.
I don't care.
All right, spoiler alert right here. I'm gonna spoil the game. So if you guys don't want to hear it, click out right now and listen to it somewhere else. At the very end of New Dawn, you get to decide the fate of the father. You can either kill him or you can let him live. But at the very end of New Dawn, so in New Dawn, there's a thing called New Eden, which is after the bombs dropped, Joseph Seed created a colony called New Eden and then exiled himself from that colony way up north where the bliss totally surrounds him and it kills anybody who tries to like contact him. Anybody who tries to go after him, it kills them unless you are the chosen one, which is the protagonist of New Dawn. And when you come back, you bring Joseph Seed back with you, and you have to fight the son of Joseph Seed. And his spirit is so evil, you have to fight his son, and you have to kill him in front of Joseph Seed. And Joseph is so distraught about this, he is fucking crying and belligerent and so upset about it. He's like, all I do is bring death and destruction and all this other stuff. I thought I was God's prophet, and I'm not. It's you who's God's prophet. And he puts the gun that you're holding to his chest, and he's like begging for you to kill him. He's like, release me, release me. He's like, he's begging for you to kill him. And you can either kill him or you can let him live. And I'm telling you right now, if you don't kill him, because this is the path that I decided to take, if you decide to not kill him, he will sit there on the edge of the dam in Far Cry 5, which got exploded in the nukes, by the way. The nukes totally destroyed the dam, and the dam flooded that entire map. The compound from Far Cry 5, all that shit from there way north of the map, everything is flooded. Like, you have to take it by boat to get up there. But he's sitting on the edge of the dam, and you can either choose to kill him or you can choose to let him live. But if you choose to let him live, he will sit there and he will beg and beg and beg for you to kill him.
That's crazy.
How fucking crazy is that? Like, he's like, I'm not God's prophet. I'm nothing. I'm worth nothing. All I do is create death and destruction. And everything I love turned to ash. He's like, I'm worth nothing. And then he begs for you to kill him. Like, that's Joseph Seed's fucking ending. And then you can actually kill him after that. So, like, if you choose not to kill him, you can go back and you can put a gun to his chest and you can kill him. And then you get an achievement, low-key. Like, you get an achievement for killing him. And it's called Deciding the Fate of the Father. And then you get to, like, you get the gamer points. But, I mean, like, even still, like, that's so fucking nuts because you killed his brothers, you killed his sister, and then you kill him. Like, fucking Christ, dude. Like, that man was invincible in Far Cry 5. That people were jumping into helicopter blades just to save this guy.
Yeah, that is true. I don't know,
man.
After playing Far Cry 5 and hearing that, though, the weird thing to me is, like, he kind of obviously knew what was going to happen. So the fact for him to kind of go back and repent about it is a little weird to me. I'm not going to lie. Like, I don't know. Like, obviously, if you knew that everything was going to blow up, like, why do you feel bad all of a sudden? Like, this is what you guys were waiting for.
See, Here's the one thing though, because I thought the same way. I was like, well, you knew what was going to happen. You were the prophet. You saw the future. You knew that the new world order was coming and that people should prepare and people should go underground, and you knew that the bombs were going to drop. So what happened at the end of Far Cry 5, again, spoiler alert for anybody who does not want to know, who hasn't played the game, who wants to know, at the end of Far Cry 5, the bombs drop, and it's a big nuclear explosion, multiple nuclear bombs go off. And you're forced to go back to Dutch's bunker, where you sit there and you live. The protagonist of Far Cry 5 sits there and lives with Joseph Seed. And the continuance of that, Far Cry New Dawn, is a continuance from 15 years later. Like, you know how Nick Rye and not Carmina. Carmina was the baby. You know how Nick Rye had his baby in Far Cry 5?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So the continuance is 15 or 16 years later after the bombs drop.
Okay.
So, like, Joseph Seed is really old. Like, he's got white in his beard, and he's got gray in his hair, and then Carmina is really... Not Carmina. I forget what her name is. The wife of Nick Rye. But Nick Rye is really old. Herc is in the game, and he's really old. And then...
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Oh, yeah, dude. Like, there's a lot of people from Far Cry 5 that actually lived that are still in New Dawn.
Gotcha.
Which I thought they all died.
Bunkers everywhere. Well, I mean, again, like, there's bunkers everywhere on that place, so, I mean, keep in mind, I guess, video game logic, but, like, yeah, it would take a lot longer than 15 years for them to just be like,
oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're coming out of our little holes.
Oh, yeah. If fucking 7 nuclear bombs dropped at your singular Hope County territory, you would be a nuclear winter for 50 plus years. Like, you would be there for a long time before you're able to, like, just walk out in the surface and start just driving cars and shooting people up.
Yeah.
And, before, the New World Order, per se, like, starts taking over. But yeah, that's my video game corner.
Well, I mean, kind of continuing on that, like with Far Cry and stuff. The reason that I do like Far Cry 6, and I mean, I know you haven't played it so far, so I'm not gonna, like, you're not super deep into it, so I'm not gonna spoil a lot. But, like, the features that I do like about Far Cry 6 and having a character that is vocal is, like, obviously just simply for the immersion effect, like, you feel a lot more, kind of I guess kind of connected to that character. But, like, it makes the world feel more alive because, like, I like that your character reacts to certain things and, like, talks to people a certain way. And then, like, even, like, when songs come on in your vehicles and stuff, I don't know if you've, like, seen it so far, but, like, your character will literally sing along to those songs.
No shit.
Yeah, dude. And, like, it's just, I don't know, I love that. I adore that about that game, that they added that much kind of, like, detail into the character.
There was stuff like that in New Dawn, actually. There was like when you because there's what are they called? Like the recorders, not recorders, the big discs. What are they called? Vinyl, the vinyl recorder things. There's side missions of those where you can audiophile is what it's called in the game. But you can not record. You can pick those up as a side mission, and then it gives you the additional soundtracks to the game. But it's really interesting though, because the affiliates, like your companions that you recruit in the game, react to that, and so does your main character. They're like, "Oh, this music is way out of my time," and they make comments about it. They're like, "Oh, this song takes me back when times were just normal." And stuff like that. Like they make comments about the music.
Commentary.
Yeah,
I like that.
So like they comment about the different kind of music and stuff. So that's actually really cool that they implemented that in Far Cry 6. Because, like you said, I'm not very far into that game, but again, Far Cry 6 is a fucking amazing game. I really like that they gave the character a fucking that they gave you a choice between male and female characters, and two,
Yeah.
that they actually decided to record vocals for male and female characters.
Yeah, and they'll sing to different songs. Like they kind of have, their own like music that they like to listen to kind of thing. So like, the female version won't sing to the same songs as like the male version will. And like again, like it's just an immersion thing, but like I really like that. Like that's a really cool thing to add to your game to like kind of have your main character like kind of pop out a little bit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The fact that they even just like decided to have, I don't know. Well, see, this is the part that I'm really torn about with Far Cry 5, because like I know what they were going for with Far Cry 5. It was a whole different dynamic with like the whole cult leader thing, and like it's all about religion and stuff like that. So they were trying to keep like a neutral ground with it,
Yeah.
so they just had the main character say nothing at all rather than something
Yeah,
even.
but I mean, at the same time, like, it's kind of like a step backwards because, like, Far Cry 2, well, I guess Far Cry 2, your character doesn't really speak. Far Cry 3, you have like an actual character that talks and has
Yeah.
emotions and stuff like that. The only problem that I had with Far Cry 3 is it doesn't make any sense that all of a sudden your character is just like, some white dude going on a vacation with his homies,
Yeah,
and
and
then
then
all of a
he's
sudden he's
super
like
fucking
a
ballistic.
super crazy, like hyper trained elite soldier who can go around assassinating and killing people like it's no problem.
See, and the only dynamic that they really had going off of Far Cry 3 was Adam in the very, very beginning. When you
Yeah,
get captured in
exactly.
the very beginning, again, spoiler alert for anybody who wants to play, but in the very beginning, the game's old as fuck, so if you haven't played it, get the fuck out there and play it. But in the very beginning of Far
Okay. Oh,
Okay,
yeah, there it
alright,
goes.
we're recording.
Well, sorry about that.
Oh no, you're fine. We're back. What were we talking about?
um, I guess kind of like the
Far Cry
dynamic from
3.
Far Cry 3 to
Okay.
like 6.
So the only like lead that you have from Dark Cry, oh my
Dark
god,
Cry.
from Far Cry 3 is that the beginning guy, Adam, your brother, is what was he, army? He was trained army special
He's like,
forces or
yeah,
something like that.
Army Special Forces or like the Marines or some shit like that. Yeah.
And yeah, and he was on vacation with the protagonist, and you get captured with him, and he gets his brains blown out.
Yeah.
And then, like, after that, you just kind of become this giant fucking crazy guy who kills everybody and ends up taking over the island and kills everybody and takes
Yeah.
down Voss and the main antagonist and all this other stuff. And which really, like, in the end of like Far Cry. Well, I never played Far Cry 4. Did you play Far Cry 4?
No, that's the one where you're in like the I don't remember like where specifically you're at in the world, I guess, but I know it's like the some mountainous region or something like that. It's like an Asian country, I believe.
That's the blonde guy, right?
Yeah, that's where you fight the blonde guy. And I never played that game. I watched a couple like videos and stuff on it, but I don't know, it never really caught my attention. Like it was just kind of like Far Cry 3, better graphics, like a couple better mechanics, and then, like that was really it.
Yeah, I never really read too much into that game. The only thing I really took from that game is the reviews. And I always heard that that game didn't really have very good reviews. And then Far Cry 5 came out, and then I heard it had really good reviews. And then me and you played it, and me and Elijah played
Yeah, we
it,
played the
and
crap out of that game.
yeah, we played the ever living fuck out of that game, and it was so good. I got so immersed in the story, and that's why I ended up buying New Dawn. And yeah, I had to know what happened to Joseph Seed. Dude,
That's
I
fair
just
enough.
had to fucking know. The story where you fucking find Joseph Seed and you have like how you have to find him. It's oh my god, it's so good. It's so fucking good, dude.
I'm not gonna lie, in my opinion though, um, Far Cry in general, like the antagonists for the game have like kind of taken a real big step down. And like especially in Far Cry 6, like I'm not gonna lie to you, the main antagonist, essentially like Fidel Castro
The
looking guy.
dictator.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
dictator guy. He's just I don't know, he's just not, like, present in, like, because like, in Far Cry 3, Voss is kinda, like, in your face, like,
Yeah, he's always
constantly,
around.
like, messing with you and, like, you're kinda trying to go against him, and in reality, you're barely escaping by the skin of your teeth kinda stuff every single time and
Yeah,
getting,
because he
like, really
captures you, and
lucky,
then you have to
and
escape those situations.
yeah, and I don't know, in Far Cry 6, like, you just automatically feel like you always have the upper hand against him, so he's not really an antagonist, he's just more of, like, a larger obstacle, I guess I should say, in your overall path to, your goal. And I mean, I haven't finished the game, so I'm not gonna, like, just say that that's it, but it's just I don't know. So far from what I've played, like, it's just kinda he's just kinda there.
Yeah, I've only started the game, and the only cutscene that I have so far is the one in the very beginning, when he's talking about how his crops are dusted with industrial fertilizer and stuff that makes them grow extra strength and stuff, but it's actually poison and stuff like that. And
Yeah,
he's actually
yeah.
poisoning his people. And then again, spoilers for anybody who has not played the game. Um, Once again, get the fuck out of here and go play the game. But the other one where you're escaping the boat, and then his son is on the boat, and he ends up shooting up the boat, and then you end up on the
Yeah,
beach. That's so far. That's the only one that
and, I mean,
seen
I
with
don't
him
know.
in it.
Far Cry, like, obviously, it's a pretty long-standing series, but, like,
I mean, yeah, they're on the sixth game.
they just need to, like, work on, I think, their stories a little bit better as they're kinda coming out. Because I mean,
Ooh,
all the
those really
mechanics,
big
the
words.
mechanical changes and stuff is really cool. I think Far Cry 6 has the best mechanics of any of the Far Crys thus far. I just think the story is just kinda lacking a little bit.
You know, I could actually agree with that. Like, I played a few Far Cry games. Like, I played Far Cry 2. I wanted to play
Yeah,
Far Cry 1, but I can't really find it on the Xbox store. I played Far
it's
Cry
trash
2.
anyway, so you're good.
I played Far Cry 2. I played Far Cry 3. Far Cry 3 was really fucking good. I really
It's top
enjoyed the
tier, dude.
fuck out of Far Cry 3. Um, even the fact that they had Christopher Mintz-Plasse, which is McLovin from Superbad. If you guys haven't seen Superbad, go ahead and go watch Superbad because that movie's really good. But McLovin from Superbad, they had him do a whole Ubisoft trailer for that game,
I didn't actually
which
know that.
was it was 30 minutes long, and it's Voss torturing the shit out of Christopher Mintz-Plasse.
Jesus.
Dude, he tortures him with spiders. He electrocutes him with batteries.
That's crazy.
It's the whole thing is on YouTube. Go look it up. It's literally look it up. It's the Voss show. Uh, Full length, I think. So Voss Show full length at youtube.com/Voss Show full length. Go look that up, and dude, you can watch the whole fucking thing. It's fucking hilarious because he shocks the ever living shit out of him that he passes out, and Voss is just like, "Hey, Menando, bring everything, bring the spiders, the batteries, everything, bring it, hurry up!" And then he tries to force feed him a banana, and he's just all passed out and shit. It's so fucking funny.
That's what's up.
Dude, dude, that game got so much hype, and it lived up to it. It was so
It did.
good, you
Oh,
know.
yeah.
Oh man, and they had an actual like a good voice actor for the protagonist. Like the one thing I like about Far Cry 6 that I like so far, compared to Far Cry New Dawn, which I just finished, Far Cry New Dawn was kind of like a collectathon. You had to collect materials, and you had to craft weapons, and you had to it was a crafting thing. But the good thing about it, it was like after you crafted the gun or the cars or the helicopters or whatever you wanted to do, after you crafted them, you were able to keep them. So you didn't have to recraft them. You
Oh,
like
okay, that's nice.
once you crafted them, they were done. You got to just keep picking them out of your store and reusing them. So that was really really cool. but like you kind of had to grind for the materials. Like you had to do the prepper stashes. You had to do they require you to upgrade your home bases and stuff like that in order to get the helicopters, the cars. Like you had to have ethanol, which which in order to get the ethanol, you only had to do the outposts. Which in order to do that, you had to keep scavenging in quotes your outposts, which gave you more ethanol, but the enemies were a higher tier, so they were going to be harder to fight. So each time you scavenged them, they were going to be a higher tier, and they were going to be more difficult to fight. Meaning they were going to be higher elites, or there were going to be more cars, or there was going to be helicopters and stuff like that. So it was just harder and all, you know. But overall, I mean, the gameplay was great, you know. Like once you got that stuff, it really did get easier to play, and you can kind of like I mean, like I said, I beat the game in 3 days. You know, just playing it over and over again because I really did fall in love with the story. The story is really really good if you're a story driven kind of game player like I am. Like that's the whole reason kind of why I play games. Like I just downloaded Max Payne 3 because I just wanted to rewatch the story. Like that story is fucking
top tier, buddy.
It's so fucking good, man. Like I love that story. I'm a story driven game player to the max. You know? But other than that, like I have no really complaints other than the fact that it's kind of a grind fest. You know?
Yeah.
Well, Devin, we're kind of reaching the end of this thing. Do you have anything that you want to plug or anything like that?
This is kind of for you, and I guess anybody else who hasn't. But Brock, since you're talking about top tier stories and stuff like that, and we've already talked about it in the group chat a whole bunch. Please, for the love of God, go watch Arcane.
Okay. I do remember you talking about Arcane.
I can talk about that show all day, but like obviously, A, we're almost done here, and B, you haven't watched it, so I don't want to. I mean, I guess we've kind of spoiled a lot in the chat. I don't know if you pay attention super hard or anything, but for the love of God, just watch it because I mean, I know you like stories and stuff, but like it is so good. I mean, I can't speak any higher on it. It's so good.
What's it about? That's the Halo anime, isn't it?
No, this is about that show is about League of Legends.
Oh.
And I mean, I know obviously you've probably never played the game or watched a whole lot on it or anything like that, but in reality, you do not have to because that's how Nicole was, and like she didn't watch anything or play the game or anything like that. But like, it's just like the characters are top tier. The story is absolutely incredible. The animation is obviously god tier, but like everything about it is just incredible.
I'll definitely have to give it a shout out. Anybody listening out there, go ahead and watch Arcane. That shit's top tier.
If you
and
haven't,
Devin is the master. Of anybody out here that we get on the show, Devin is the master. Just so you guys know.
I try to come in with those good game recommendations and those good show recommendations.
You really are the master. if there's any opinion I'm going to listen to, it's going to be yours, Devin.
I read it obviously too late, but like when you were talking about in the group chat about picking the female or the male version for Danny in Far Cry 6, I was like, nah, bro, the female. Like I don't know. It has to be her.
Before we end this shit, if you guys are gonna play that game, the female character for that game fits the story arc so fucking good. I cannot see. Like, I was really, dude, I'm not even joking. I was hesitating between the back and forth playing the male or the female, the protagonist for about 30 fucking minutes. I was sitting there back and forth trying to figure out who the fuck would be better for the story arc. I 100%, after picking the female character, think that the female Danny is the better character arc for the game.
It's like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and I know you probably didn't play that,
Unfortunately not. I've seen gameplay and that shit looks fucking hype.
Well, yeah, James played it and then I bought it. But like from what I've heard in the reviews and of course me playing it myself, like the female version of the character, like your main protagonist in that game, is also way better than the male version. And I mean, I'm the kind of guy I mostly pick the females just because like I'd just rather look at a female than a guy all day.
True
But
that, dude.
like it's just like the voice acting, of course, and like how she kind of portrays herself and how other characters react to her. Like it's just so good.
It really is, man. Like, dude, Lita, I don't know how the male protagonist would even like tie into that at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I mean, dude, the female protagonist, like they could be sisters, they could be cousins, like anything like that. I mean, I just don't see that. You know, the male. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna play Far Cry 6 again for a second time after I beat it. I'm saying that right now because like I'm gonna play it again as the male character just to see how it balances out. But dude, so far I really don't see how the male character arc is better than the female character arc because the female character arc is really fucking golden. And actually, I'm gonna make a prediction right now. I haven't played the game nowhere near as far as you or James have, but I'm gonna make a prediction that the female character can fall in love with one of the main characters of the storyline, the male storyline, and then I will predict that the male character falls in love with the female character of the main storyline.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna say anything, I guess, because you haven't played it too much. So I'll refrain. I'll abstain.
that is my prediction for the future gameplay that I have in store of me.
Gotcha.
Well, man, we're basically at the end of this thing. Now I have to figure out how the fuck we end this recording. So, Devin, do you have anything to say before we go?
Well, thanks for having me, and it was a good talk, good times.
Oh.
I enjoyed it. We got a lot of other stuff to talk about, so anytime you want to do it again, just let me know, buddy.
Oh, dude, we have many in store now that I know how to actually record on Discord.
Oh, yeah.
Now the only problem is I have to figure out how to get this onto my laptop and for further editing because there's a fuck ton I have to edit out of this episode.
Yeah, Nicole did not help you with that. I'm sorry.
No. Fucking doxing the fuck out of everybody.
I don't care, and I was just Jesus. Like, well, the law does.
Jesus Christ, fucking good lord. But we have a fuck ton we gotta catch up on, and I'm so happy you were on here, Devin. I'm happy Nicole was on here, and I hope to get the other guys on here too for a future episode.
Oh yeah, buddy.
Other than that, this has been a guest episode with Devin and Nicole, even though Nicole had to leave early. Thank you everybody so much for listening, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Peace out.
Bye.